Time for the donkey of the day. That's pretty funny.
Charlamagne the devil?
Possibly. The Breakfast Club.
Yes, donkey of the day for Monday, October 17th goes to members of a group called Just Stop Oil. Who is Just Stop Oil? They are a bunch of climate protesters, and they protest the extraction and use of fossil fuels. Noble cause, very honorable. It's really amazing to me how God gave us everything we needed to survive and thrive here on this third rock from the sun, and we have found a way to mess it up. Okay? We didn't take care of the earth, so why should the earth take care of us? So I appreciate these organizations like Just Stop Oil. I appreciate their attempts to save us from themselves, but protests have to make sense. And this protest makes absolutely no sense. Let's go to ABC News for the report, please.
2 protesters were arrested for vandalizing a masterpiece by Van Gogh at the National Gallery in London. Climate activists throwing what authorities say appeared to be tomato soup on Van Gogh's famous Sunflowers painting, then gluing their hands to the wall. The painting protected by glass, it was not damaged.
How in the hell does vandalism of a Van Gogh equate to a protest of the use of fossil fuels? School me, I don't know. How is pouring 2 cans of tomato soup on a Van Gogh painting a protest? The painting was protected by glass, so it didn't suffer any damages. So what was the point? Then they decided to glue their hands to the wall just under the Van Gogh. What is worth more, art or life? One of the protesters said. Is it worth more than food, worth more than justice? The activists yelled, adding, are you more concerned about the protection of a painting or the protection of our planet and people? Great question. I personally care about the protection of our planet and people, but I can see a security guard who works there at the National Gallery right now in that moment caring more about the protection of that painting. So you, my friend, are under arrest for vandalism. Okay, the activist said they used soup to show that the cost of living crisis is part of the cost of oil crisis. She said fuel is unaffordable to millions of cold, hungry families, and being that fuel is so high, it makes it to where they can't even afford to heat a tin of soup. Interesting. Well, instead of wasting that soup pouring it on a Van Gogh, how about donate the soup to those same families you say can't even afford a tin of soup? Huh? Just a thought. Now, this is a thing where a lot of members of the Just Stop Oil team are gluing their hands to frames of famous paintings, and I am here to tell you it's all a waste of glue. Okay, I know that you think you are bringing attention to this situation, and you are. But not for the right reasons. See, here's the thing. If you want people to care, then you have to damage something a mass majority of people care about, okay? Van Goghs, I mean, that's for the bougie and elite of the world. You got to attempt to damage something that a mass amount of people use and care about. Go damage a Chick-fil-A or something, all right? Glue yourself to a counter at Chick-fil-A and keep everyone from getting that #1 with cheese, okay? You damage and glue yourself to something that's more than a niche group of people care about. Glue yourself to envy's cheeks. Okay, I'm sure somebody will pay attention then. And I understand the Van Gogh is one of the most valuable paintings in the world and it's worth a lot. But I don't think a mass majority of people care about that level of elitism. Okay, damaging a Van Gogh is more of a protest against capitalism, maybe. I don't know. I just know that the more I talk about this, the more I forget what the hell they were protesting to begin with. And that is the point. Please give the members of the group Just Stop Oil the biggest hee-haw. Gotta think these protests a little. Gotta think them through a little bit more, that's all.
All right, well, thank you for that donkey today.
Donkey of the Day is brought to you by the law office of Michael S. Lamonsoff. Don't be a donkey. Dial pound 250 on your cell and say the bull if you've been hurt in a construction accident. That's pound 250 from your cell and say the bull.